Welcome everyone, we are the Grin brothers and we're continuing our playthrough of Diablo 3, Reaper of Souls edition. And yeah, we're doing the encounter against Spider Lady.
Spider titties.
Yeah, it's that.
Hammers!
Was it RB that was Hydra? Yeah. Not sure if that's going to be any good because I'm...
Oh, it was a boss type.
Yeah, what was my white line again?
Need more time.
Can't remember. Oh, why was my jump? So it was X again. X was... Oh, I haven't used that one in a while.
Frost Nova.
Yeah. Forgot I actually had that.
Really?
Yeah, which you'd think I'd be using it more often, but no.
Really?
I realised in the entire of our previous episode I never once used it.
To be fair, technically speaking, you don't really need it.
I mean, everything with mine causes frost. The world's slowest mine! Yeah, so... As I was just discussing with Rafi before this video started, it turns out that what I kept thinking was our laptop being too noisy by our snowball was actually just the sound of the Xbox 360 is constantly picked up during these playthroughs, which I can't really do anything about because this poor thing's dying.
Yes. Well, we could,
get a new 360.
No, because they're probably all going to be dying.
True.
The solution, especially playing a game like Diablo, mate,
Get another hard drive?
is... That's not going to save it. The dude just froze because you rolled into it.
I'm that cold.
Which, technically speaking, you didn't even roll into him, you rolled away from him. No, we could download it onto the Xbox One and catch up.
True, could do that. There's an alternative.
Which is probably the most likely thing to happen if this console dies.
Not ready yet.
Because...
Need more arcane.
Wrecker's Affliction. Oh, it's got a socket. Not sure it's any good for me though, so it's all negatives.
yeah, it's much weaker than what you got. I mean, that isn't always necessarily true. To the left.
Yeah, so, things to talk about. Guess I've got some small things.
Well, that was disappointing.
Wreck-It Ralph 2 has a name for the movie.
It does.
Apparently.
I didn't look at what the name was, but I heard it does.
It's painful.
Oh, it's its name.
Ralph breaks the internet.
Really?
Yeah, meme name. And apparently the plot is Ralph ends up on the internet. Going through the internet.
Oh.
So
That's a bad sign.
yeah. Now, if this game is suddenly R-rated, if this movie is suddenly R-rated, I can completely understand why it ended up that way.
Well, that's one way to break the internet. And it's the easiest
I don't understand
way.
why that became a meme, given that it didn't even really happen.
What?
You know, the internet breaking because... Oh, sorry, Azmodan.
I skipped his talk. Don't worry, I don't care. It's Azmodan.
Because of some person putting a picture of their butt or
Kim
something?
Kardashian.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it became an internet and I hate this term, but it is the only way to describe it. The normies, as the sheltered people of the internet call it.
Yeah, who think that would break the internet, please.
People who actually, I call them normies, to be honest. People that follow Kim Kardashian are barely even human.
Yeah. Apparently our neighbours across the road do that.
I don't get it. Hello, spider titties.
I do hope
They're not interesting people. There's one of them that seems to have slightly, that they're slightly grounded into reality. All the others... The world...
Didn't one of them, the one who actually has a career outside of being a celebrity, which
outside of having a butt.
which seems to be the career that they have, being celebrities, not for a specific reason, just being a celebrity. Didn't he go begging around for money one point?
Oh, do you mean Kanye West?
Yeah, because he's
The
a
husband.
musician. Yeah.
So
he's actually got a career outside of being a celebrity.
he doesn't. No offense to people that like Kanye West, he doesn't have a career. He was something he claimed he was in debt by something like 400,000 or 4 million, something stupid like that. And it was like, you're not in debt, mate. You think you're in debt, but you still have a mansion.
Yeah.
If you were in debt...
If you got that sort of asset...
Yeah, you just sell the mansion and live in a smaller house or whatever. Like... Yeah.
It's like...
There's one of them that, if I remember correctly, has some form of intelligence, and it's not Kanye West.
Yeah, I wasn't even suggesting that as the one, but as in a job.
Like,
reminds me of
there's no point we
this
talking
comment.
about it because it's just bitter hatred.
Yeah, it reminds me of this comment from the BBC have been doing this show, which is should I have activated that? Oh well.
It's fine. We threw hammers
which
into
is
his head.
basically
But
they were allowed into the House of Lords and
dear.
and sort of interviewed the Lords and such, and you got to see some brilliant comments, and it's like, it seems like the Lords were thinking this will increase our reputation. It's like, no, won't. It just makes it come across as worse. Like one of them saying, honestly, we're not paid enough for attending. Like £300 for attending. Please, we have to travel so far.
No, spider titties. I didn't mean to skip your
It's like,
dialogue.
your travel expenses are paid. In fact, as one person said, Ed, there's some lords who will go to the Parliament building in a taxi, have the taxi wait an hour as they sign in to say they've been to the House of Parliament, and then they leave. And then they still get the pay as a result.
Really?
Yeah, because all you have to do is basically sign in. Don't have to put down your hours.
Wow. That's kind of...
It's funny when even some of the lords are suggesting, we've got a big problem here.
Yeah, they should probably be fired.
Well, apparently we've got the second biggest House of Lords in the world. Only China's got a bigger one.
And they get paid 300 quid just for turning up.
Yeah. It's apparently we've got like 812 or something. I think there's going to be one of the sort of key sort of heads of the Lords is trying to push for a reform thing which will reduce it to 600, which at the very least will mean there'll be less.
Spider titties.
You're so
Which will mean there'll be less Lords than there are MPs in seats.
Yeah.
Which would make sense given the Lords, they're unelected because they are basically chosen by the political parties as they leave.
Yeah.
But they're basically supposed to be, keep Parliament check on matters. But obviously, it's a bit skewed if there's more Lords than there are MPs.
Yeah.
Because that means an unelected power has more influence than an elected power.
Yeah.
Because we have control over MPs. We don't, in a manner of speaking, we don't have controls over the Lords.
You have spell cinder now. And I have hammers.
We're trying to avoid going off too much into. Although to be fair, I think that was a very neutral political tangent. I don't think there's anyone who likes the Lords.
The Lords like themselves, I should imagine.
Yeah. Well, there's some of the Lords complain about the other Lords, so.
Of course, because there's less of them, then they can get paid more. I wish I could get...
yeah, £300 for just turning up.
On the topic of people that have more money than they should, right? Do you know, we've had a fair few customers walk in, right? And say, oh, I want to buy a PlayStation VR.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, that's fair enough. It's like...
That's like, what, 300 quid? It's about the same...
349 quid.
Yeah, it's about the same cost
just
as the
for
PS4.
the headset.
It's supposed to be about...
No,
around...
PS4's cheaper than that.
Oh. I think in America it's actually the same prices both ways, but I don't think they've reduced it as much as the UK for the PS4.
Probably about the same price as a PS4 Pro, but standard PS4s are cheaper. Way cheaper. But no, so it's 349 quid for just a VR headset. If you want the controllers, I think they're something like...
well, you have to get specific controllers.
No, the Move controllers, you can get them with it. You don't have
to be fair, who's got a Move? Like, you're already looking at a very small minority there.
Yeah, exactly, that's why they've reintroduced them. You buy the Move control and the camera to work with the VR.
Oh, you got some skin.
Yeah, you have a flesh choker.
True.
That, like... I'm pretty sure that's, like, some sort of thing you could buy at some weird kink shop. That dude's arm is just waving.
Oh gosh, I really hope Bucky
right.
and Harry... Okay, yeah,
Back
well,
on my
finished.
point.
Yeah.
You distracted me with potential kink. But yeah, we have customers talking like, oh, I'll buy the VR and all the accessories with it. Well, when you total that up, it's $349 for the headset. It's like $24.99 for the camera. And where's Spider T? She should show up in a sec.
Does she actually fight, or does she just, constantly just
She
chat
fights.
with us?
We fight her. We kill her. It's Diablo. And then the controllers are like $69.99 or $79.99 to get 2 of them.
Is this just a breather moment here?
No, we're about to fight her again.
Yeah.
And this must be the proper fight against her.
Yeah. I've been looking forward to this.
Okay. That was weird.
What?
You want to make
Oh, they're your Hydras. I kind of started to freak out for a sec. Yeah, no, and it's like, okay, you want to buy the VR, fine, whatever.
I eat you.
And we've had people walk in and just be like, yeah,
That was... Oh. Really? I looked away as she died.
Yeah. Don't worry, this is the real boss. It doesn't attack.
Yeah.
It's like Gradius.
Another lava pit, just like we've got down in the furnace.
Yeah. There's a lot of lava pits in hell, funnily enough. But no, so kill Azmodan, harps in. Oh, we're just gonna go kill Azmodan.
One weakness though. Stairs!
Yeah, no, so you've had people just kind of coming out, oh, I want to buy all the stuff. When you total that up, you get a whopping £5 off of the camera if you buy it with the VR. But so that's over 400 quid or whatever.
Yeah.
Right? I asked one customer, like, oh, you're buying this, like, have you, like, messed around with VR before? And he said, no, never used it before, just think it's worth a try. And it's like, okay, what if you don't like it? And he's like, yeah, I'll just put it aside or something, kind of thing. And it's like, this is like 400 quid that you don't even know if you're going to like. You've just gone, hey, looks pretty neat.
Bloodstar?
Yeah, Bloodstar is the succubus's little blood stars.
No, I mean, like, what does that do for me? Is that just crafting?
I think it's damage over time. It's a debuff.
Oh. Oh, I thought I picked that up.
No.
From the Treasure Goblin.
No.
Glory Spur.
It was a debuff. You picked it up from...
I mean, I don't understand why they won't consider, well, if I don't like it, I can just turn it in.
Well,
That is an option.
you can only trade stuff in if it's not been opened within 28 days for full price. Otherwise, you have to trade it in.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I meant. I mean...
Yeah, you can do that, but you're not going to get 400 quid back. You're probably going to get about 200, maybe less. I don't know.
But that's like, trying new food out. I mean, obviously, it's a big price difference.
You don't
but...
spend 400 quid on food, mate.
Oh, gosh, I wish.
Especially when you can try VRs out.
Oh, yeah, you got those in the store now, don't you?
Yeah, I think it's weekends or something we allow people to test it out, if you ask.
I killed them with Ray of Frost.
But it's like... I don't get it, like...
What did these demon vessels do?
You're supposed to have stuff in it. It's like, could you imagine just having 400 quid to throw at something and just being like...
I wish I had 400 quid to throw at stuff.
Exactly. Like, having that much money to be able to just kind of throw at things and be like, if it doesn't work out, oh well, it's only 400 quid.
I've tried something new.
Yeah, for 400 quid and just be like, I can make that back. You know? Like... Oh, he looks happy, don't he? It just baffles. Like, I wish I could earn that much money, but
hey, I got a great joke for you. Oh god, not more of your puns.
Like, I kind of wouldn't if it meant I became that deluded to the real world.
Or should we end the episode here because this looks like an Azmodan fight?
It is the Azmodan fight.
Oh, we're 15 minutes in, so let's end this episode here then.
Bye.
You want to finish off what you're saying?
I have. People are deluded, mate. Like, 400 quid is not something you just throw at something, just being like, okay, it's not a lot of money. I don't know why I went for some weird Bill Cosby thing there, but oh well.
Okay.
I think it's Bill Cosby. I don't know.
Uh,
Bye.
Cheer, everyone.